afternoon all. Just coming on to do this quick little favour box with you. I'm calling it a favour box because I think it goes well with the DSP that I've chose, and you could, it would be an unusual box to do as a wedding favour. Excuse me. So to start off with, you're going to want a piece of cardstock that measures 4.5 by 6.5 inches. Okay, if you have the short side on the top of your trimmer, we're going to do some score lines, so take your blade out the way, and we are going to score. I'm going over to my 1/2 inch over this side. Okay, so we're going to score a 1/2 inch, and now I've got to come back this way and score at 1.5 inches. Three inches, okay, and 4 inches. Okay, so you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 score lines. Okay. Now the reason I am using my trimmer is because these next score lines that we're going to do are going to go between see this line and this line. Okay, so you are going to 1.5 inches, okay, there's my 1.5. Like I said, we're just going to go between those two middle lines. Okay, or if you want to make a pencil mark and do it with a ruler, you can do so. Can you see the mark that I've just made? Just between them two lines there, the one with the widest gap. Okay, so 1.5, 3, again just between them two lines, 4.5, again just between the two lines, okay, and then eventually we're going to do one at 6 inches, but it's going to go all the way down. Okay, now what we're going to do is that's what you should be looking at the minute. Okay, I know my camera is awful today, it's not really picking up. Okay, so that's what you're looking at the minute. Now we're going to do a couple of marks on the top and on the bottom, and I will show you how to do them using your ruler as well. So top and the bottom we need at 2.25, just up to that first score line, so 2.25, okay, and then at the bottom score line. Okay, and then 5.25. So at the top and at the bottom. Okay, so that's what you should be looking at right now. Okay, I don't know whether you can get a better feel there. That's what you're looking at right now. Okay, so if you wanted to do that by a rule with a ruler, sorry, you would take where am I? 4.5. 4.5 by 6.5. Okay. Get that out the road. And we will be using a ruler anyway in a minute. Okay, so your first score line, if you were doing it with ruler and pencil, ruler and stylus, your first score line would be at, I've got a pencil handy, let me see. Yeah, I have. Your first one would be at 1/2 inch, just make a mark. Then 1.5, and you would make a mark. Then 3 and 4. Okay, twizzle it round. Do exactly the same. So 1/2 inch, and you can always rub these lines out. 1.5, 3 and 4. Okay, then you would come in and you would get your stylus, and just before them lines you would burnish, okay, or score, sorry, and you would do that on all of them that we've just done. So don't think because you haven't got either a paper trimmer or a scoring board that you couldn't do these. You totally can. And then our 1/2 inch one. Okay, then what you're going to do is, in these middle two panels, again, these two, you would mark at, let me just get that in properly, 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. Okay, now the 6 inch one is going to go all the way down. Okay, that's the only one that's going all the way down. The others are just going up to the next score line. And I can't even tell if these are straight because I haven't got my glasses on and I'm not looking over. So the next would be between your second and third score line. Okay, so there's them ones. Okay, now we need to make a couple along the top. So you're going to get your ruler again and do 2 1/4 and 3. No, 2 1/4 and 5 1/4, sorry. Okay, and you're going to do that on the top and on the bottom of that cardstock. So you come in at the 5 1/4 and you're just going to score up to that first score line. Okay, top and bottom, and then your 2 1/4, top and bottom. Okay, so that's what you would be looking at, and that is exactly what we want. So what have I just done with my piece of cardstock? That is what we're looking at. Okay, now we're going to make some diamond shapes. There's a template if you want to see it. Now, this is not my idea. Like I said, this is a USA demonstrator that I happened to stumble across, and when I went back in before trying to do this video, I couldn't find her. So I didn't write a name down, and the way my head is full of colds at the minute, I'm surprised I'm even capable of talking. But anyway, so now you're going to go across from the lines that we made on the top to the corner of this, and I'll show you. We're essentially doing these lines now, okay? And all we're doing is creating a line from the top score line that we done on the very top to the one that we done in the middle. We're just making little triangles. And you're going to do that on the top and on the bottom. Okay. So I'll keep that in view for you. We're just doing these and these at the minute. So I'm quiet because I'm concentrating. That's the only time I do go quiet. Honestly, you can ask anyone that knows me. The only time I am quiet is when I'm concentrating. Okay, so you can see now that what I've done there using my ruler. Okay, so what this lady also did, and I thought it was brilliant, is she went in, where's my scoreboard gone? And what she done was, on every 1/8 of an inch, I'll just do a couple so I can show you. You know, like you would have the closure on a sweet wrapper. Too much stuff on my desk. I have to clean up. You know the way you have closure on your sweet wrapper? If you do every 1/8 of an inch up to the first score line, that's what that will give you. That's the look it will give you. Right, now we're going to burnish some of these lines. Okay, so we're going to take this little one. Oh, I must show you it as well. Look what come. This is my bone folder. Don't get me wrong, it's great for getting big projects done, but not for when you want to get in all those nooks and crannies. It's just no good. Okay, then we're going to do this one. And this one. Okay, now these two 1/2 inch ones at the top and the bottom, just bend them forward ever so slightly. You don't want to burnish them, just bend them forward. Okay, and again, bend it forward ever so slightly. Okay, now this would be the time that you would stick on all your DSP and your cardstock. So your cardstock measures 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, and I'm using Whisper White, and your DSP is 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. Okay, I know they're only tiny. I'm just going to turn these over and put some tape runner. I know, me and tape runner, flip's sake. But it's only a small project. Look, I can't even get the blooming thing to work properly. Oh no. It's a good job I can laugh at myself, isn't it? Because I know all yous are. Right, I'm going to stick these as central as I can get them in my squares. You can take your time. I thought, oh, I'll use my tape runner, it won't take as long. This is one of them cheapy tape runners, so it's like you can put it down and lift it up without it ruining your project, if you know what I mean. Yeah, one of them very cheap. Because underneath all my mess on this desk somewhere is my big tape runner. So I need to, that's how I know I need to clean up. So again, I'm just using tape runner. It will work. I will make you work. See, buy cheap, buy twice. Yeah, so that bone folder actually come with, and I'll show you at the end when we get to the end, a pokey tool, a stylus, a pair of snips, which are a load of rubbish, and a rotary cutter and a knife. These tape runners, I found them the other day, they were in the back of my drawer, and now I know why they were in the back of my drawer, because they're absolutely rubbish. Okay, so we've put our DSP on, and now the only other lines you're going to want to concentrate on is these vertical lines. Okay, we're just going to bend on them ever so slightly, bend them up and pinch the top one. Okay, like that. Okay, so I'll do that again. Bend it up and pinch the top one. Okay, turn it round, bend it up and pinch, and again bend it up, bend it up, and I'm still waiting for my order to come. Apparently it's in Frankfurt at the minute, for the new goodies for the Stamparatus that are coming out and will be available to you on the 1st of October. Now all you're going to do is run a piece of glue right the way down there, she says. Okay, Now, because of the way this box is structured, you're not going to be able to fold it round and overlap it and glue it, okay? So what you're just going to do is bend this in and bring this over and try and line it up, and if you've got hands like mine, it'll probably take you a week. No, it won't, honestly. Well, it might. Okay, and just give that a little squeeze to make sure it sticks. So you know what I said about getting into little nooks and crannies with that bone folder? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Okay, I've got my two ends stuck, right? I cannot go over that box with that bone folder, so I still need my other bone folder just to slide into there to squish my tape down. Okay, so that's what you're looking at. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to slightly, slightly put them together. Okay, can you see there this is going, the shape? Oh, and I must show you it as well, because I know she'll be watching. The famous candles, and it's going to make a light out of me, is it? Yeah, it's going to make a light out of me. You can actually these are the cheaper ones from that unmentionable place that begins with an I. I think I had them given to me, and yeah, and then just squeeze on the top, and because my DSP is not stuck down properly, there is your treat box, and it's self-closing, so if you just give them a pinch there, it will open. You can see our two candles, and there it is closed again. And the detail, and what I meant is, can you see that? You see the way on a wrapper, a sweetie wrapper, you would have where they've glued it shut, you would have all them lines. That's what that 1/8 of an inch does. That is the back of my box, that is the front of my box. So we can go ahead and we can add a couple of pearls, and I just think they would be absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of ribbon on them, or a ribbon, just tied in a bow. And your guests would be well impressed. So there you go. I shall leave that template there while I waffle a little minute. So this so-called, don't get me wrong, for doing your cards and all, it is brilliant, okay? It is 7 inches long by 3 inches wide. Okay, so with that came a rotary cutter that folds away nicely. Okay, a knife that I don't really give much cop for because it's very light. I need something heavy if I'm holding something. ball tool or stylus, pokey tool, and again it is very light, very light. It's not solid plastic, it is actually, you can unscrew it, but my hands are not working. You can unscrew it in the middle and it's hollow plastic. And the paper snips. And these to me again are, they're not like, I love ours, our Stampin' Up ones. These are just, no. Even the cover, when you'd have the scissors closed properly, the cover just slips off, okay? But then you have to open them a bit to keep the cover on. Whereas ours, don't forget the blade goes right up to the very tip. And once you put our cover on, that's not coming off, and they're closed. So yeah, it cost me £20, and I think the only use I'll get out of it is the bone folder when I'm doing my cards. So there you go. So that was what I was long waiting for, and I still blame my sister. Because she works there, so I'm still blaming her for holding it up. Especially being a Prime member as well. So yeah, take a screenshot of that. Okay, and there's no cutting away. And the only piece of glue that you're going to use is down this 1/2 inch line. Okay, so I hope you give that a go. I wish, if I can find it while I'm uploading this video, then I will go list a YouTube channel underneath. It's not even coming up on my search history, so I don't know where I come across it. I obviously didn't search for it. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you give that a go. I just think it's so, so cute. Absolutely cute, cute, cute. And I think having them as wedding favours, they would be lovely. Especially if you're having a winter wedding and you can glitter them all up. Okay, ladies and gents, speak to you all soon. Take care, and take care of each other. Bye bye.